Biggie definitely wasn't lying when he said more money, more problems. As whenever there's more money involved, there's potentially room for a whole lot of drama, especially when it comes to lawsuits. Hi, I'm Stacey Taylor and today I'm counting down the top 10 shocking celebrity lawsuits you never heard about. So what celebrity lawsuits did you find shocking? And let us know in the comments below. So starting off our list today at number 10, we have Gweyeth Paltrow. Apparently back in 2016, Gweyeth Paltrow slammed into a 72-year-old retired optometrist named Terry Sanderson while she was skiing in Utah. The actor then bolted down the mountain, leaving him unconscious in the snow. On Tuesday, March 21st, Terry's friend Greg would take the stand where he would say, "We were skiing down the run and I heard this scream. I looked over and I see this skier just slammed into the back of Terry. She slammed him very hard. She hit him directly in the back. The tips of his skis go out and he's face down spread eagle, with Gweyeth on top of him. There was about a second or two. Terry then stopped and witnessed Gweyeth slide down to the right and bolted down the hill. The Oscar winner then tried to say that she did not hit Sanderson and she was instead the victim of the crash. However, Terry would then reveal that her ski guide, Eric Christensen, would then say to him, "Gweyeth Paltrow just took your buddy out." When Terry was finally able to reach his friend, he was face down in the snow and he wasn't moving. However, it doesn't matter whose fault it was for the incident. It's the fact that Gweyeth didn't even make an effort to check on him, get him help, or exchange contact details. When Terry finally came to, he was unable to perform even the most basic maneuvers down the hill, and his friend even had to call ski patrol for help. Number 9. Michael Jackson. One of the most significant culture figures of the 20th century is Michael Jackson. With him making numerous contributions to the music, dance, fashion, his lifestyle and behavior became under speculation when he was accused of making unwanted advancements towards younger people in 1993. Although he denied the allegations and settled the lawsuit at the time in 2005, he was then yet again charged for another lawsuit under similar claims. After a pretty interesting trial, Michael Jackson would be found not guilty on all counts, something that most people don't even realize today. But to this day, people still speculate on the accuracy of this verdict, and others after his passing have even continued to come forward to voice their stories, and it makes you wonder if there's any truth to the claims, especially since he was found to be not guilty when he was in a lawsuit with the state of California. Number 8. Kendall Jenner. Remember the whole Fyre Festival disaster? Well, if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, pretty much it was a fraudulent luxury musical festival that was founded by con artist Billy McFarland and rapper Ja Rule. With the festival taking place in 2017, when attendees finally showed up, they would find out that it wasn't what they were sold on, and it became one giant free-for-all, as it was overpacked and underplanned. Now you're probably wondering how Kendall Jenner ties into all of this mess. Well, believe it or not, but Kendall actually ended up paying for this wild disaster because the model was paid to promote the Doom Festival to her followers, and it resulted her to be sued for $275,000 by Gregory Messier, a trustee of the festival creditors. And in the end, she knew she made a mistake promoting something she had no idea about, and she ended up settling the lawsuit with Gregory for $90,000. But honestly, it should have been more money because she scammed her fans out of thousands of dollars. Hey, my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Coming number 7, we have Sofia Vergara. After Sofia Vergara and her ex-fiance Nick Loeb split up, Sofia had to file legal documents in the hopes that she would be able to block him from being able to use her pre-embryos that they had frozen when they underwent vitro fertilization together. In the end, this would turn out into a ferocious court custody battle, and it went on for years. Finally, in 2021, Nick would lose his last gasp of legal efforts in the case against his former fiance's frozen embryos. Nick filed injunctions to a previous ruling by a Los Angeles Superior Court judge that granted Sofia a permanent injunction banning Nick from bringing the embryos to term without Sofia's written consent. A legal source would then tell Page 6 that the judge signed a final ruling in the case and that the court overruled all of Nick's final objections. But the fact that they even had to go to court is baffling because you can't just bring a kid into the world without your partner's consent. rent. Number 6. Taylor Swift. Now it seems like Taylor Swift has had a number of different lawsuits over the years. However, while Taylor may be the one doing most of the suing, she did find herself being sued in 2015 by radio DJ David Mueller. David went on to sue Taylor for $3 million, and in the lawsuit he would claim that the accusations she made about him reaching under her skirt and groping her during a meet and greet were false. Taylor, being disgusted by the lawsuits week later, would file a countersuit against him, and just 9 days after the trial, she won. And just to prove a point, she only set her suit at $1 because she wanted to make a statement and set her precedent. And just like that, she proved that she isn't a force to be reckoned with in the entertainment industry. Number 5. Shia LaBeouf. Seems like Shia LaBeouf has become pretty problematic over the last couple of years, as back in 2020, musician FKA Twigs sued the actor. With Twigs being in a romantic relationship with Shia, it came to a shock to many that she was accusing him of making unwanted advancements, assaults, and infliction of emotional distress. Shia in turn didn't deny Twigs' claims. He then decided to sit down with the New York Times for an interview to state his story when he told the media outlet, "I have no excuses for my alcoholism or aggression, only rationalizations. I have been abusive to myself and everyone around me for years. I have a history of hurting the people closest to me. I'm ashamed of the history. I'm so sorry for those I hurt. There is nothing else I can really say." It seems like even after Shia admitted to his forms of aggression, he's still struggling to keep his anger and altercations under wraps, as back in September, he would be accused by Olivia Wilde for acting out on the set of Don't Worry Darling, which led to his firing. Number 4. Kelly Clarkson. There's so much drama when it came to Kelly Clarkson's lawsuit with Starstruck Management. So in the beginning, Kelly Clarkson was evidently represented by her ex-husband's father company, Starstruck Management Group, for years. And in the midst of her divorce, the company tried to sue Kelly for $1.4 million as they tried to claim that she owed the company money in commission. Kelly then decided to counter-sue the company and accuse Starstruck of procuring, offering, promising, or attempting to procure employment or engagement, which she said violated the California Labor Code. Her ex-father-in-law would then make a statement about the lawsuit where he would say, "It is unfortunate that Kelly is again attempting to avoid paying commissions that are due and owing to Starstruck to try to achieve some perceived advantage in her ongoing custody and divorce proceedings." However, it would then become clear that the $1.4 million was going to go towards her husband when the divorce was finally settled, as she would have to pay her ex $1.3 million, which is pretty interesting. And just like that, this is what we call a gold digger husband. Number 3. Kate Middleton. So it turns out that Meghan Markle hasn't been the only one in the royal family to sue a media outlet, as Kate Middleton has also found herself in a lawsuit with a company as well. So it turns out the Princess of Wales isn't as squeaky clean as she's made to look, as Kate Middleton has once had to sue French publication Closer after it not only took but published topless photos of her sunbathing while she was on vacation. Now I think it's worth noting that it wasn't just her who sued the media outlet, as the entire royal family went on to sue the magazine, and thankfully in the end they did win. Closer then had to pay $199,000 in damages. In addition, the editor and owner each had to pay even more money for disrespecting Kate's privacy and taking photos that crossed the line without her permission. Number 2. Nicolas Cage. When it comes to Nicolas Cage's lawsuit, it's actually pretty interesting, because when Nicolas Cage sued fellow actor Kathleen Turner, he would claim that the actress made false claims about him in her autobiography, which she published back in 2008. Now if you ever read the book, then you would know that in it she wrote that he had been arrested twice for driving under the influence, and that he was once even arrested for stealing a dog. Nick's legal team would then allege her claims were completely crazy and entirely false. Later on, Nick would then win his case, and as a result, Kathleen in her publishing company had to issue an apology to the actor. On top of the apology, they also had to pay for his legal costs, and instead of taking the money he was also suing them for, he also made an example out of Kathleen in the publisher by making them make a charitable donation in her name. And coming in at number 1 today, we have Keira Knightley. When it comes to the news, we all know they can manipulate and use clickbait to gain views. So you can't believe everything you see or read online. Well, back in 2007, the Daily Mail would definitely learn their lesson on what happens if you write a fake story and can't back up your facts. So back in 2007, the media outlet actually found themselves being sued by actor Keira Knightley after they published a story about a 19-year-old woman who had passed away after battling with anorexia. If the article couldn't get any worse, they then went on to claim that Keira was also struggling with anorexia, and that her thin figure was the major factor that contributed to the other woman's passing. Obviously, in the end, she ended up winning her case, and the Daily Mail was forced to pay her 3,000 euros in liable damages. She then took the money and donated it to charity. Well, that's it for this video, my little peaches, and until the next one, remember to stay juicy. Vergara, yeah.